Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video guys, we will be exploring about the folder structure of React.js application. So understanding the organization of files and directory is a crucial for maintaining a well-structured and scalable React project. So let's dive in and take a closer look at the folder structure of our React app. So before we begin, let's quickly go over the general folder structure created by the create react app command that we used in the previous video. So by using the npx create react app, it sets up a default project structure for us, which follows certain conventions to keep the things organized. Now, the steps that we are going to follow in this video is, first of all, we are going to have a look at the folder structure in React.js. And after that, we are going to see an interview question that you can get based on the folder structure. So let's quickly see the folder structure. What is all these files and folders? Now, let's take a tour of the key directories first and the files in the React.js. So first is our node modules. You can see over here node modules. When you will open it, there are many files. Okay, so this folder contains all the dependencies that are installed via the npm. It automatically generates and is usually quite extensive. Next we have is public. Okay, so basically we don't have to care much about this because this is like what all our project needs. For that the packages are installed, so we are not concerned much with it and we do not even touch it many a times. Next is our public folder. The public folder contains static assets that don't require any pre-processing. It houses the index.html, you can see. Next is which serves as the entry point to a React application. So the entry point is always index.html only, but in React, we do not write much code in index.html. Next is our source folder. Okay, so the next folder that you can see is our source folder. So for now, what we are taking care of is our folder structure. That is why we are on the source folder as of now. So this is where the actual magic happens in the source folder. That is, the source folder is the heart of our React app. It houses all of our applications source code. That is source inside the source folder you will have an index.js file. So the index.js file is the starting point of our application. It is here where we use React DOM to render our React components of the DOM source, and in the source only you can see app.js file is also there, in which we also made the changes in the previous video. So the app.js file is a primary component that serves as the root of our application. We can add components and logic inside it or organize them into separate files and directories. And then we have app.css. Now app.css is the file where we can put our CSS styles specific to the app component. Next file that we have is index.css. The index.css files contains the global CSS style sheet that will apply to the entire application. So suppose if you want to mention some style sheets, that has to be applied to the entire application irrespective of any component or anything. So we will mention in index.css. So you can see here on the body some stylings are mentioned. So that are mentioned in the index.css, and whatever the styles that we mention in app.css, that will only be applied over the app.js component. And we have already seen that index.js is the basic root directory where all the where we usually call the app component. So app component is called in the index.js, and all of our remaining components that we have are usually called inside this app component. So next that we have is package.json. Okay, so package.json, you can find it over here. Yes, this is the file. The package.json file contains the metadata about our application, including its names, version, dependencies, and scripts. Now, in order for our React application to run, there are many dependencies that are installed, okay, already in the project, that while we run the command npx create react app. Now, in the node modules, you can see that there are many dependencies. Now, all the details of these dependencies are mentioned inside the package.json file. Here you can see the versions of it and all the other details. Next file that we have is package log.json. So it is pretty much the same. The package log.json file is automatically generated and keeps track of the exact version of every installed npm package. It ensures consistent installation across different environments. Next that we have is report web vitals. So the report web vitals file is used to report performance metrics of your web app, such as loading times and responsiveness. But for the starting purpose, you might not need to care about it, as it is not very much important from the beginner's first point of view. Now, Besides these, you might come across other files and directories depending on your requirement of the project. Some files include the fav icon. So for example, in the public, you can see fav icon is there. Now this fav icon is the fav icon of your website displayed in the browser tab. So basically when we run the application in the browser, you can see there is a icon in the title of the app, right? So you can see this icon. So that this is called as our fav icon. Next file that you might have doubt about is manifest.json. So again, manifest.json provides the information about your web application and how it should behave when added to the home screen or a mobile device. So again, from the business point of view, it is not important. Next, we have inside the source folder, we have components. Okay, so basically what you can do is these all are the components. As of now, we only have one component, that is our app.js. But as our project grows, there will be multiple components. So what you can do is you can create a separate directory called as components to organize and store reusable components. Now inside the source, you can even set up your pages. So all these things we are going to see in the upcoming videos, that is creating a component folder and then assigning all the components inside it. So for now, these all are the folder structures which I have explained you is more than sufficient to know. So right now, from the next video, we will be starting our coding journey. So now let us see the second point of our video, which is interview question. So this is the interview question that you can get based on the folder structure. So that is the question is, explain the significance of the source folder in react.js application. So the points that you can cover for this question are: the source folder acts as the heart of the React.js application. Okay, now its role is housing all the source code, including components, styles, and other application logic. The advantage of using a component-based architecture to break down the application into reusable components. How organizing components in separate files and directories inside source improves code maintainability and reusability. You can even explain this. Fifth point that you can mention is the benefits of keeping the global styles in source. That is, we have already discussed about index.css, right? And the component styles in separate CSS files. So for the files like app.js, we have different CSS files like app.css. So for that, we can keep all those files in a separate folder. Now the last point is importance of following a clean code and organized folder structure to avoid code clutter and facilitate teamwork. Because organizing your code is an important thing, because many code developers do not have this habit of organizing their code. So that is why it is very important to understand the folder structure before we start. So with this, we have also covered the interview question based on this, and that's a wrap on the folder structure of React.js application. Understanding and maintaining the organized structure will help you manage your code base more efficiently as your app grows. Feel free to experiment with your organization based on your requirements of the project. So thank you for watching this video. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more web development tutorials. And you will also find a blog related to it in the description box. Make sure to check that too. Thank you.